What's going on, YouTube? You're tuned into the No Level Cap podcast, and this week we're looking at our picks for the summer 2025 anime season.
Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the No Level Cap podcast with all your friendly neighborhood black nerds, where we cover all the anime, all the gaming, zero of the BS, with a new episode every Monday morning. I am your host, Sage Ashford. These are my co-hosts, Devin Butts, Rakeem Beck, Will Coleman, and Terrence Flowers. It is that time of the season, comes around 4 times a year. This time, we're checking out the summer anime for the year. Spring, of course, was a great season. At least I thought so. Can this season top it? We're about to find out. This time we are going back to our old format. I had everybody pick 3 different anime. Well, not different. I just told everybody pick your top 3 anime that you're most excited to check out for the summer. And we came up with a more varied list than I thought. I figured there would be more overlap. I think the guys tried to avoid the overlap, which is cool. I appreciate y'all. So we've come up with 14. Let's get a look at the 14, see what everybody's talking about. We're going to start with Will's top 3. Let's get down to the summer Hikaru died.
What a title.
Man, you ain't never lied.
That is an interesting title.
Huh? I assume it's a horror.
Yeah, it is. It's a supernatural horror, and to give a quick synopsis on it, is basically there it is. It's based about these 2 best friends, as you see, as it says in the synopsis right there. It's about these 2 best friends, best of friends, like homies. Like they never separated from each other. Cool as all get out. But Hikaru went into the mountains, got himself hurt really badly to the point where he was about to die. But instead, some eldritch being pulled up on him and basically said, "Run me your skin," and and went back down the mountain. And because they've been homeboys for so long, Yoshi looked at him and like, "You look like him. You sound like him, but you ain't him. Something ain't right. I know it's something wrong here." So I'm just like, this sounds like something really interesting, and I want to kind of get into it. And plus, Amazon always recommends me this manga every time I go to check out when I'm like buying something new, and they be like, "Hey, if you're looking for new manga to read, check this out here." And I'm just like, sounds interesting, but not right now. And now that I see this getting the anime, I'm like, why not watch the show and see how it goes?
It's interesting to me. It's Sci Games Pictures, which
Sci
Games has their own studio. They've been doing anime for about a decade now, going back to Shingeki no Bahama Genesis, which was a great anime. And I guess now they're just getting their own studio, just like they have their own gaming company. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see what this looks like. What? Oh. I'm tripping. That's all me.
Hopefully this is one of those trailers where Netflix will be friendly about it.
You never really know. Can y'all hear?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I can hear it.
Okay, there we go.
なあ、変なこと聞いてもええか？お前、やっぱ光ちゃうやろ。
I don't know if I'd say that out loud, but you know. Oh
wow.
お前のこと大好きやね。お前を殺したない。さよなら、あなたじゃなくたっていいから。
It's somewhat like
何者やろうと。偽物でも
what's that show?
そばにいてほしい。
ヒカルとなんかあった？
おそらくどこかに何らかの形で潜んでるんでしょうね。
俺は自分が何なのかよう知らん。
お前が一体何者なんか。
好きや。めっちゃ好き。
このままやと混ざるで。
初めてここにいてええんやって思った。
どこまでもお前に付き合うよ。
It's kind of like somewhat of a parasite situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah.
A body snatcher. But he's like, I'm still cool with you though.
Yeah, it's because he actually takes on all of like Hikaru's actual like memories and emotions. He takes on all of that.
Like, we can be cool if you want it to be cool, but if you don't, I mean, I can get you up out of here too. That was interesting looking.
Yeah.
Actually was kind of interesting.
The next one up is April Showers Bring May Flowers, which is quite the title.
Because I didn't think that's what that would have like came out to from reading the Japanese title.
What's the Japanese title? Do you know?
I'm trying to remember it now. I think I have it right here. No, it's the other one I'm thinking about. Because I only took the English title down.
There it is, right there. Oh yeah, this is one that I was thinking about picking too. Yeah, this looks interesting.
Oh yeah. I'm picking this one because it kind of slightly reminds me of another show, except it might kind of come into that, but it might not be as over the top as My Love Story.
I was thinking, okay.
It's about the same thing except the genders are flipped. It's basically featuring like the quote unquote ugly girl and the ugly, like unpopular, like not the socialite person, but then there's this one here. But she just has this feeling like, why is he talking to me? Why is he choosing me to come talk to? Why is he enjoying these interactions with me? So it's one of those shows where I'm thinking like it could be pretty funny. It could be pretty cute too.
Well,
I just want to see what it does.
Let's get a little bit of information on it. Hana Tabata has accepted her role as the unattractive side character in other people's stories. Though her name is Japanese for flower, she sure doesn't feel like one. That doesn't mean she can't enjoy some heart-pounding romance manga and maybe occasionally, every so often, imagine herself as the heroine. But when the most popular guy in class stumbles upon a daydreaming Hana, she braces herself for the embarrassment and humiliation to come. Unexpectedly, he keeps her secret, and he also won't stop striking up conversations with her. Ever the pessimist, Hana can't help but feeling suspicious. But could it be that his friendly demeanor is genuine? This could go a lot of ways. I'm sure it's gonna be like more wholesome and whatnot. It could go somewhere dark real quick.
I would sure hope not.
I pray to goodness it don't.
やけに早く学校に行くが何かやっているのか
美化院になったから朝の当番があるの
美化院か大変なのか
ぼちぼち実はまだ
We ain't got no subtitles, so we'll just use context clues to figure out what they're saying.
I mean, we usually talk over these, so I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
お花に触っている時のいい女感ってほんと癖になる
Flower now.
ベリヤマのいちごちゃんみたい
And you know what, though?
出ちゃって
Credit to them for making her look regular.
Yeah.
Right.
Because a lot of times with romance manga like this, they always like make whoever the plain looking person is just an attractive person.
Yeah, that was like a thing in the 2000s where for like movies where they'd have like the ugly girl and all she would need is like some basic makeover or just take off the glasses and she's like the most beautiful person ever.
Right.
So you are always attractive.
It's a thing in anime too. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
I remember doing a list or whatever for CBR, and it was just like I ran into so many. She's a regular, everyday person, and it's like this girl is attractive. Like, no problem. She is very much a plain Jane type, but she seems funny.
Yeah, you can't have this type of show without some Otome games.
Yeah, you definitely can.
It looks like that could be wholesome.
So, I was gonna say, so you and Will look like y'all gonna check the show out?
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out, definitely.
I'll see what's up.
But I think it's gonna be a minute before this starts, right?
What did it say? July 4th.
It starts on the 4th.
Okay, I want to be
What a
sure
day.
because I noticed a lot of shows are like kind of starting off like a month or so later, and I'm like, Jesus, that's a ways off.
Some of them are later in the month. I think I saw one that was as late as like the 18th or something. I was like, whoa, all right. And Will's last one of his top 3 is Uglymug Epicfighter.
That one I was interested in too. I'm curious to see how that turns out.
Here it is right there. Yeah.
I saw this on there.
That and it's being done by White Fox, so I'm intrigued.
That's fair because White Fox is a great studio.
Right.
His looks are -255. God damn. Touching girls causes him pain. Shit. And sexual acts will literally tear him apart. Just what can our ex-salesman Shigeru get in the other world in exchange for such inconveniences? This is an epic tale of one very ugly but ridiculously strong man. And boy, when it ain't lying, he ugly as hell.
They
boy.
definitely made him ugly. Hey, in contrast to what we just watched, he's actually ugly.
Yeah, she was ugly.
Synopsis is what sold me.
She just average.
That synopsis is what sold me.
So basically, he got the isekai, but at the cost of actually looking attractive.
Did my man's boogers like explode?
It became super strong.
All right, I gotta ask, how strong would you have to be to look like this?
You had to sacrifice a lot to get up here.
Probably.
I'd rather be way weaker.
Bro,
giving him the mole with the hair is crazy, bro.
I know, right?
And it's so pronounced. Man got the mole with the Stephen A, man.
Did she say that he looked like him?
Yes, that's what she said.
Wow.
That's exactly what she said.
Got him a little party, okay.
I know.
That is my only concern with this, is like, if they create like an actually interesting world and this only goes on for one season, I'm gonna be upset. It's gonna be
that's
why who you telling.
That's why I don't watch a lot of fantasy anime these days, because like you'll get a world that's kind of cool and it's like, oh well, you know, it's not cool.
No more of that.
Yeah, we done. We only gonna give you 13 episodes and we out.
Yeah, but hopefully, I kind of hope this takes off. I hope he becomes popular enough to just get some merch and a couple figures, because I pray he does get it.
I ain't gonna lie, if it does take off, it'll be hilarious. He's an anti-Jinwoo.
Yeah, anti-Jinwoo.
He is definitely that.
I will say this too. Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind, continue.
Don't worry about it.
Sometimes.
Well, don't worry about it. You next up.
Okay.
You next up. So the next episode, the next series is Gachiakuta. This is
Gachi.
One of the more popular shows. That's like new.
For sure.
It's like the big hype of this season.
Yeah. This is the Don Don, even though Don Don is also back.
Right.
I was very interested in this because there's like a big focus on like class disparity, where you have these people who live up in like affluence, people who live underneath them. I mean, in this case, literally, like this dude gets sent down because he's accused of murder, falsely accused, and sent down to like this trash heap where just the bottom live, and there's creatures down there, and basically there's this organization that fights those creatures that he becomes a part of. So that's like the general premise of it.
I don't feel like I need to read the synopsis after Rakeem explained all that. So great work, Rakeem. I appreciate you.
Made your job easier.
You made my job easier. Yes.
Yeah, but he's right. This is absolutely the show that everybody's hyping up this season.
It's fucked up too, man.
That's similar to
Tokyo Revengers art style.
Thank you. I was thinking it. That's why I was like, bro, who did this?
I'm thinking about Apple Black. That manga.
Oh, really?
Oh, Apple Black. Yeah. I know. I remember that manga.
Yeah, like, I don't know if it was everybody or some character that could give like regular things like powers.
Oh, this is one of the
White
part of Saturday AM. Okay, yeah.
White manga. Harper. Creator of it.
The creator of this worked under Atsushi Okubo, who did Soul Eater and Fire Force.
Ah, okay. So that's the reason why it looks kind of like Tokyo Revengers mixed with that. So I can see that.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw Tokyo Revengers more than anything, and I'm like, bro,
it's very much in the eyes.
July 6th. Very excited to see what that brings to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did do a little research on that show. It does seem like it's going to have a lot going on. Bones film is interesting because I think that's like an offshoot of Studio Bones.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, when did they start calling themselves Bones Films?
They didn't. It's a whole other studio.
Interesting.
So I haven't looked into all the details in what caused that, but I am interesting to see, like, because I don't think there are too many projects they've done already, so we'll see.
Yeah, because regular Bones should be gearing up for the final season of My Hero, right?
Yep.
Wow. It's been, what, 11 years, 12 years?
It's been a long time, man.
Not quite.
Damn.
Almost 10 exactly, because it started in 2016.
10 years is a long time.
Oh, okay. It is. Look at
that's a long-ass time. That's somebody getting grown. Somebody grew up on that show.
For real.
Next up is Kaiju number 8.
Oh, yeah. This almost needs no introduction. We already know the concept. Yeah.
Everybody knows what's up.
If you watched the end of the last season, now we're in some interesting dynamics.
Should be interesting. You'll get to see another one of the captains. I read a little bit of the manga after I finished Kaiju number 8 earlier this season. Should be fun.
So Kaiju number 8 was a monthly manga, right?
I don't think so.
Didn't they announce recently that it was going to end, or if it already ended? Something like that. I believe they announced that the manga is ending pretty soon.
Let me answer both of these questions shortly.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I kind of dig this OP.
That boy right there.
Yeah. Doing it for the 30s. For the 99 and 2000s.
I will be there. I will be seated.
Yeah.
So Kaiju number 8 is ending in 2 chapters, supposedly.
Okay.
And it comes out in Shonen Jump Plus, which I think means that it can come out whenever it wants.
Okay. That makes sense. Wow, 2 chapters, so it ain't soon.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, wow, they're wrapping it up.
It's not that old, right? It came out, what, 2019, 2018?
Something like that.
Yeah.
They get into the
2020.
point. They just like, yeah.
Wow, even later. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a little weird.
We getting out.
I didn't get a chance to watch the trailer because I was trying to like get the info from the questions I asked, and I was going and read it and looking, and people was like, "I don't like this. I don't like the fact that it's ending. Doesn't seem like it's ready to end yet. It's rushed." And I'm like, "Damn, another one of those, huh?"
No.
Yeah. This is becoming a recurring thing with Shonen Jump, by the way. I'm noticing this.
A lot of the bigger shows, their bigger manga end up ending too soon, and it's like, damn, you had so much more you could have done, and it's like, yeah, but we don't want to do it. Now, I don't know, maybe because all those haven't ended yet. My Hero ended. That one I think is just gonna be rushed because they could have stretched out Star and Stripes arc and they didn't. So I mean, like I just assume they're just gonna beeline to the finale. Demon Slayer, they've broken it into 3 films, so they definitely not gonna stretch that one out. So
no, they say
it's one of those times where I would have liked for a little extra quote unquote filler to like give things a more complete feeling, but I don't think we're gonna get it. So and
we gotta go to the next one.
Yeah, I guess they go into the next anime. Speaking of, the next and last anime on Rakim's list is Clevatess.
Yeah, Clevatess, I believe, was a manhwa originally. Like it might be Korean. I think so. But I remember like it was about like these heroes. They're trying to save a kingdom, but as a result, some kind of to defeat the Demon King Clevatess. But they fucked up and something happened and they ended up fucking humanity up. And basically like there's a child born who becomes a new demon king and kind of in hiding. And that's kind of what the story that I remember from the general synopsis.
I saw this trailer. Those did look pretty good.
The poster looked interesting to me, so yeah, I'm cool with checking it out.
Yeah, I remember watching the first trailer. Like, this looks interesting.
つまりこの剣には魔術というものが深く関わっている。竜殺し、ドレルか。
Yeah, it came from line, so yeah, definitely.
It has an interesting look to it.
I was gonna say the character designs are solid.
世界はエドセアにとどまらず、さらなる広がりを見せていたが、このご種族がその先を知ることはなかった。
そもそも何をしたって勇者になった。世界をもっと広くしたかったからだ。聞かせろ滝割り、お前の声を。真空の輝き、あれは司法。
Ellie Golden.
Really?
That's a pick.
Oh, that is a pick.
あなたの腹を満たしてあげられない。
ここで止めます。ドレル将軍。ハイテンの紋章。
僕の名はメイナードスワン。世界の危機に現れてなんぼの勇者だよ。
私はナイエシフォンリッツ。
ルナの乳母となり、我と共にここを出るか。
聞きたいことは一つだけだ。世界の縛りを破るにはまるで足りぬ。
世界を広げることに意味はある。これまで挑んで釣った勇者たちのためにも。
That guy give off Eskimo vibe. It's big and you're not gonna beat me.
Okay.
Oh, first episode's an hour
special.
special. Okay, they're really going in on it.
Oh, they getting to it.
Oh, yeah. And they promoting like hell right there. It's like buy these books.
All right, that means they must have some faith in it.
They gotta have some.
But this feels like one of those where like there really is a fantasy timeline, and it's like, don't fuck this up and be like, yeah, you know, you invested. Yeah, we ain't doing no more of this. Go buy the manga.
Do that, bro. I'm gonna cry, bro.
Man, we going back to the 2000s, huh? Where the 90s and the 2000s, where it's like, you know, the anime that you like. Nah, it ain't gonna get another season. Go read the manga.
Go read the manga. They did that all the way up to the 2010s. They was like, just go read the manga.
Well, unless they like Bleach and they like, all right, 10 years later, we
buy them books. Read.
Yeah, you're right, Devin. Either that or you bring it back in some way. And it's like, okay, you read the manga? All right, now you can watch the anime again.
I mean, now Bleach was a long runner, and it just got canceled. That's what happened to Bleach. Right. It was like, the ratings fell low enough, and they was like, hey, is the manga about to wrap up? Oh, it ain't? Cancel that shit. Let's move on.
To be honest, long runners are kind of in danger now anyway. No, that's
they don't in danger. They gone.
Yeah.
The only one left is One Piece, and case closed.
And it takes breaks.
Oh, you sure right.
Yeah.
And case closed doesn't even get localized like that, right?
No,
they do. I think they do case closed.
Really? Oh,
do they?
I think you could. I know you can find at least the first 500 episodes. That shows you how long the show is. I know you can find at least first 500 episodes on Crunchyroll. So I don't know if they still do it.
Okay.
So next up is Devin. Let's take a look, Devin. What you got for us? Dandadan season 2.
Oh yeah.
Another. Probably the most anticipated anime of the season.
Yeah, I actually saw the because they put out the movie for this, which is a compilation of the first 3 episodes of the season. I saw it. It's good.
Right.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's good.
I really heard they got Afro beats on the opening.
I'm just getting into well, not getting into, but I'm like on episode 3. Probably watch episode 4 today. I want to go ahead and catch up.
I saw the first episode and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I think this is the big bad that was
There's a lot going on.
The first season.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is that guy that guy was something he kept seeing in his
I know who it is, but I'm not gonna like say anything. I'll let you all watch it.
You know, Dun kind of reminds me a lot of when I see it, how striking it looks. It reminds me a lot of Dorohedoro to a degree.
Wait, is it that kid?
I can see that. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, not the same art style, but just how striking the characters look and designs.
That's another anime that needs to come back, but I don't know what happened. That first season was really good and left things off with a heck of a cliffhanger.
Wait, again, this is go buy the manga. That's what they'll tell you.
That's him, ain't it?
Who?
That's her friend, ain't it? Am I tripping?
Do you really want to know?
I'm assuming he might have gotten possessed because it looked like him.
I mean that is what happened.
Okay,
yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. Like he looked like him.
Try beam cannon.
Yeah, boy.
Hey man, that was an iconic moment in anime. I don't care what nobody.
He held Cell down for a minute, man.
He held
that was the last hurrah for humans.
That was the last hurrah for you. This is the anime, yes.
It was.
It's interesting they translated that as Tri-Beam. I think that was like a Mahou Shoujo reference. But you never know.
It literally was just because his hand would look like a triangle. That's it.
Well, the rest of them was doing the heart, right?
Yeah, they were.
Am I tripping?
Yeah, they were doing the heart. I will say though, they do a lot. They do a lot of references in Dandadan, so it wouldn't surprise me if it actually is Tri-Beam.
Yeah.
I know it's Kokoho in the regular anime though.
I want to say they did something on a Kamehameha reference.
Okay.
I thought they did something like that.
There's like a basketball. I think they reference Slam Dunk in the anime itself. Like they actually sing the theme to Slam Dunk in the show.
That's pretty cool.
That is considered, one of the classics, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got.
We already watched Kaiju, so
yeah, there's a little bit of overlap. The only overlap, in fact. And then Tougen Anki. That one was
yeah, this one looks interesting. It seemed like there's gonna be some interesting fighting, some demons, some Onis, and they look like they are doing blood bending. Like one dude shaped blood into like a gun, like an AK-40 or something. Like this. All right.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Sound like Dead Man Wonderland. Hold on now.
It's got some.
I still heard about Dead Man Wonderland to this day.
I was talking about that yesterday. I'm still hurt. I want that shit so bad.
We're hurt over.
Somebody made
that shit, bro.
Somebody made that show sound like it was the coldest shit ever, and then it only got one season, and they was like, "Yep, that's it." I'm like,
that was crazy.
That's what they did.
Once again, just another show where you like
getting hold,
and you got
at least Magi got 2 seasons and a spinoff before they came.
Got long seasons too. It wasn't like 13 episodes. Like I think you got 48 episodes or something like that, and then also like the Sinbad shit. Tougen Anki, the bloodlines of Oni and Momotaro have been passed down among certain humans for generations. Long ago, the Oni, aware of their own ferocity, lived in seclusion. However, their peace was shattered by an invasion led by Momotaro. Over thousands of years, these two factions formed the Momotaro Agency and the Oni Agency, respectively, and have been locked in conflict ever since. The protagonist, Shiki and Ichinose, suddenly learns of his Oni lineage following an unexpected attack by Momotaro. This revelation sets Shiki on a path to discover the destiny that lies within his blood, a meeting with the Oni dwelling within him. A new generation of dark heroics begins here in this tale of demons.
Oh, that sounds fun. Let's check this out.
That it do. Tougen Anki.
Shiki, お前は鬼の血を継いでる。は?
Oh, by the way, you got demon in you, boy.
Explain? Nani?
Why does it sound like Attack on Titan music? I'm curious if Hiroyuki Sawano's on this.
Look at the horns on his head like Blue Exorcist.
I guess that makes sense. Oni and whatnot.
Oh, Natsuki Hanai is in this. Okay.
覚悟はできてるみたいだな、少年少女。これが俺の初めの一歩だ。
Bro got the blood blicky.
This shit beyond blood bending.
Damn, bro, Jesus.
You would be dead if you conjured that out of your old blood.
They got blood constructs. This beyond blood bending.
Yeah.
I know, right? Way beyond that.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, they like the blood letters or something.
I mean, it is like Dead Man Wonderland where they had like blood constructs and whatnot. So maybe it'll be like a better version of that.
Hitman Reborn. I miss you. I'm about to watch that again one day.
Supposedly that's getting a revival of some kind.
I thought I saw something to that effect, but I wasn't sure.
I don't know if it's like a new manga or what. I can't remember.
Heck, everything else coming back. Zatch Bell got a new manga.
Hitman Reborn again.
Hitman Reborn once more.
There was, I don't know if this is, you never know with Twitter being what it is now. There was a report, somebody said a new anime project was in the works. But they never actually said what it was going to be or anything like that. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I would like to see Hitman Reborn come back. Just do the whole thing over again, faithful to the manga, and you know, get us the full storyline for once.
Yeah.
I think that's it for Devin. And that takes us to, let's just do mine real quick. The first one being Call of the Night Season 2.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
finished Season 1 yet, but I've been powering through them. So,
yeah. Like, I went on the chart and actually set up my chart to put the stuff in I wanted, and that was one of like my top ones because I did love the first season of Call of the Night.
Yeah,
Call of the Night,
talk about it.
What I saw of it was a lot of fun.
The visuals were also a vibe.
Yeah,
that was a lot of it. Like the relationship, because if you haven't seen Call of the Night Season 1, it's about this young kid who likes going out at night, and he runs into this like weird girl who like wants to hang out with him, but then like she's like, "Hey, you want to go to my place?" And he's like, "I guess." And so they wind up going to her place and going to sleep together. Except like while he's trying to sleep, she tries to suck his blood, and that's when she reveals she's like a vampire. But like in this universe, that works a little differently. They're not like just stone cold murderers or nothing like that. And so she's just like, "Yeah, I'm a vampire, you know, what of it?" And so they just start hanging out. And he realizes he wants to be like her. He wants to be able to enjoy the night like her and be a vampire. But she's like, the only way I could, like, me sucking your blood wouldn't do it. You'd have to fall in love with me, which is a weird little twist and wrinkle to add into it to make things a little cuter. But like, really, like what Terrence said, it's the backgrounds and the artwork that makes the show, because all the colors are just such. It really is just a vibe.
Vibes, you say?
You know the vibes.
Yeah, it's like a lot of purple.
Because it takes place mostly at night, it's very like night coloring, if that makes any sense.
It is, but instead of making the night seem scary,
yeah,
it's more like, oh, look at all the fun you can have at night.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like when you watch like those synth videos, like synth pop music, where it has like a lot of the nighttime visuals, where it's like a lot of purple, deep blues and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one that has creepy nuts on it.
I ain't gonna lie, this is a show where like the animation is kind of carrying a little bit.
Let it carry.
I mean, yeah, that's what a studio should do. Like, a studio should be, you know, elevating and not just like doing the whole, not letting the source material do all the work like that. Hey, we made it into an anime. You should elevate it as an anime. So, hey, that's interesting. Nobody picked Sakamoto Days.
I can only pick 3.
Yeah, I mean that was the same for me. I mean,
I only picked 3, so.
I mean, honestly, the way I see this anime season is there's a lot of 2s here. A lot of shows are coming back for season 2s, and there's even shows coming back for like season 3 or 4. So this is definitely like a sequel summer.
Yeah, absolutely. I did a list for all the returning anime. While I did top 10, and I left out Grand Blue Dreaming and was like, damn, I should have put that on there. And a couple other shows, I was like, damn, I should have put those on there. But it's like, it's so many of them coming back. Hell, Shield Hero coming back. For some reason.
I noticed that. Yeah, season 4.
Season 4.
Yep. Yeah, the next one I picked is The Water Magician. This one looked interesting just off the art. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I hope it is. Reincarnation had Ryo dreaming of peace, but instead he lands into a monster-infested wilderness. With water magic and eternal youth, he survives countless wicked concoctions for 20 years, becoming one of the most powerful magicians ever. Ryo's fate shifts when he meets Abel, a genius knight, thrusting him into magical society spotlight. Thus, the water magician's wild adventure begins. Nah, because I seen the trailer for the other one. It'd be better if this one is any good. I'd rather not have the subtitles. It is interesting to see a character who specializes in water. Like, you usually get fire or maybe wind. Water, if you have a water character, they're like a background character.
Or they do like ice blade sorcery.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn,
I think a lot of people sleep on water.
That man really did live in the wilderness. They were not lying.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, he got him in the Flintstones outfit.
It's like Final Fantasy.
This is edited kind of weird.
It is just random shots. It's almost like they're trying to hide the plot from you as much as possible.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it could be a part of it because a lot of anime, they'll have a twist. So you gotta,
that's the vibe I'm picking up because, like, the first trailer showed you barely anything at all. Like, you just got a shot of the protagonist and that was it. And then, like, the water thing you saw him do, that was it. And so I'm like, I wonder if there's something they're trying to, like, hide from us to be like, okay, like, you watch the first episode and you're like, oh, it's about this for real.
Yeah, like the what was the anime we watched? Was it the Seven?
Reign of Seven Spellblades.
Yeah, that had a hell of a twist.
Man, it did. It's like, bro, what?
Yeah, he's just trying to steal the city's supply codes for the water supply.
He was trying to do something.
He was trying to do something.
Nice Tony Baker reference.
I did like that. My last one is Secrets of the Silent Witch. This is I don't need the summary. It's basically about a girl who can cast chantless magic, but the reason why, and it's like a chantless magic in this world, almost impossible to do. The reason why she can do it is because she has crippling anxiety and actually doesn't like to talk at all. But because she figured that out, she's incredibly powerful. Like, she brought down this giant black dragon, destroyed it, or supposedly destroyed it, and then, like, you know, even didn't harm the environment around her. That's how powerful she is. She can just, like, do whatever with her spells, but she doesn't like to talk or interact with people. And so, like, she spends most of her time doing, like, secret missions for her kingdom. And then, like, she gets a new secret mission, which is basically just watch over the prince. But you got to go to school with him to do that. So that's where the story picks up. And it does have, like, a lot of cozy vibes with, like, a little bit of action here and there.
Okay. Sound like something I can mess with.
あなたは我がリディル王国の頂点に立つ魔術師、七賢人なのですよ。あなたにしかできない仕事があると思いませんか?
Charlotte.
What, from Grand Blue?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, Grand Blue.
When they had like Chibi, she looked like Charlotte a little bit.
Oh.
なぜ第二王子の護衛を沈黙の魔女どもに？
あれは化け物です。
期待なんてされなくていい。友達に親切にするのに理由なんていらないでしょ。
貴族にとって芸術はたしなみ。
So you see what I'm talking about? How they kind of split it between the action and like the more slice of life type stuff.
私 私は心に誓ったのです。己のすべてを尽くし恩返しをすると。よかったら一緒に乗馬の授業を受けてみない？新しいことやってみたい。この学園に来てからいろんな人たちに助けられてる。
It's always interesting to see how we're kind of going back to dealing with protagonists that have like anxiety or like are anxious in some way, especially like women, female characters. It felt like it'd been a while since they had done that. Like the last show that I really remember them diving into that was it Watakoi? What was that show called?
You mean Watamote.
Watamote, that's what it was. Watamote with the girl who she was just like extremely socially awkward and would just always get in these very embarrassing situations that just had you just like that anime. You watch it, I don't think you can watch it without cringing in some kind of way. You just get secondhand embarrassment for her.
I mean, yeah. You
got the game version.
You watch it, bro. It'll make you kind of want to fold up. Like, Jesus, why is you doing that?
I like that they managed to sneak in an overpowered character, but there's like she's not perfectly overpowered. Like
your mic say,
yeah, your mic.
Yeah.
Hello.
You're good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I like that they managed to give this character a flaw, like an actual flaw, not like oh, I don't like to see my friends in pain or some bullshit like that. Like no, like an actual problem that she has to deal with, and so like everything's not perfect. So like even though she's overpowered, like she doesn't like interacting with people and like has a weakness around people. That's interesting.
Yeah,
so
I mean it's like Bocchi the Rock, where it's like she's an amazing guitarist, but her social anxiety just like almost takes away from that.
Yeah.
So last up is Terrence, man. What you got for us? The first one I think is Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. You want to talk about it?
So okay, this show is a sequel. Well, this is essentially the second season to. It's Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. I think that's what the title is called.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
So okay, I know people look at that title and they're like, "What the hell?" But really, the show is about the main character who he deals with these different female characters who have what's called puberty syndrome. In this show, puberty syndrome is like this supernatural occurrence where essentially each character has some kind of like trauma or something in their life that they're facing, and because they haven't reconciled with it, it affects the world in like a supernatural way. Like there's one character where she's like invisible to the first character that he meets, which is what the show is called, Bunny Girl Senpai. She's actually a famous actress, but it gets to a point where no one else in the world can see her except the main character. And so he has to figure out what is going on in her life that's making it where she can't be seen. There's another character where she ends up like splitting off into two versions of herself because like one version wants to do things one way, but then there's like the other version in her that wants to do things another way, and so he has to deal with that. It's a very interesting show that's like a mixture of, if anyone's ever seen the two shows, not ReZero, but Baken Monogatari and Snafu. Like it's a mix. It's like those two just mixed together. Like you have like the supernatural elements of the Monogatari series, and you have like the more teenage drama of Snafu. Except with this season, they're now in college, so it's going to be looking at things from like a college angle.
I did like that. I thought that was interesting. This isn't a series that I normally keep up with, but I did have to do a little bit of research on it for a CBR article. So
I ended up like marathoning this because my girlfriend and I ended up going seeing the movie that they put out for this, and the movie was actually pretty good. Like it had a lot of really strong emotional points to it.
They doing it again for the ending theme where they get all the girls to sing the song.
Oh yeah, that was a thing in season 1.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say, the full light novel, I think it's like 15 volumes.
Wow.
And supposedly this will take them to light novel volume 13. So I assume that they'll finish this.
Maybe so. The first season for this came out some years back, and then they released the movie last year.
Like 3 movies?
Yeah. They did like a compilation movie for America, I believe, which put everything together. And so, yeah, this is the second season that's a sequel to the first season and those movies. So in order to be completely caught up, you have to watch the first season and the movies together.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I really like the first season.
I'm glad you picked this one because it is one of the ones that it's not as highly anticipated as like a lot of action series, but it is highly anticipated as far as like slice of life romance type stuff. So I am glad that this got some coverage. And then your next one, Grand Blue Dreaming.
Man,
hey,
it's been a long time coming, man.
When I saw it, I was confused at first. I was like, Grand Blue? Oh.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so, not that Grand Blue.
This is the anime about diving, but they don't actually do really, like, they maybe dive in the anime like 3 times or something like that. This, for as much as people talk about like, oh, why don't more anime take place in college? And really that's just because of the way Japan's relationship to college is different from like the West's relationship to it. But this is probably one of the most college anime that I've ever seen. Like, there's drinking, there's partying, dudes get naked for just stupid reasons.
I saw that little screenshot with the circles. I'm like, what's going on here?
It's almost like a frat anime, I'll put it that way. But this is one of the funniest anime I've ever seen. I'm really hoping the second season continues that.
Lord of mercy.
Like I said, there we go. There's the beer.
Whoa,
bro.
That's another thing. They kept the Attack on Titan faces.
I saw it. I was like, wait, it's like Aaron.
What is happening?
Damn, put that looker down, boy.
Smuggler, put it down.
Forehead kisses be dangerous, boy.
Promise you.
Bruh, but yeah, like I said, this is one of the funniest.
It's a wrap.
This is one of the funniest animes I've ever seen. Like, there's a gag where, as like an initiation, they're trying to get like the main character and his friend to like drink as much as possible, and they like trick them. It's like, oh, you need some water, and they give them water, and it's like, oh man, sweet water, and they drink it. It's just vodka. they throw it down.
All the liquor. I do want to check this out. I know the first season's not that long.
No, it isn't.
It's like 12 or 13 episodes. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to catch up on a bunch of shows at once. So
yeah, same.
And then of course, the last anime, although I think we will sneak in just one more, just to make it even 15 anime.
Yeah.
But the last anime was the new Panty and Stocking. Kind of surprised it's made a comeback.
Man, it's
you and me both.
13 years, man. 13. This is like one of the last big anime that Gainax did before they. I mean, there's some more that they did after that.
Blew up.
Yeah. Before Gainax pretty much imploded. But yeah, I'm glad that Trigger was able to get the rights and make another season. They left this show off on one hell of a cliffhanger the first time.
I had no idea what the cliffhanger was, but I had to do some research for another article, and I was like, dear God. Is that how you ended it?
Yeah.
Y'all got a lot of nerve.
I don't know if they're just going to ignore that or answer it in some way. I mean, we'll see.
I've never heard of this anime.
So this anime...
You never heard of Panty and Stocking, bro?
So this anime is essentially... This was like one of the bigger anime of the 2010s. This, it's like if you took a Nickelodeon cartoon and you added the wackiness of anime to it. That's pretty much the best description I can give you. It's like if you took the art style of Invader Zim and you just added anime wackiness to it.
Right.
You mean Teen Titans Go vibes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this was Teen Titans Go before Teen Titans Go.
Basically, like these two angels from heaven coming down to earth. They got kicked out of heaven, right?
Yeah. One of them is like massively addicted to sweets, and the other one is like massively addicted to sex. So this is very much not an appropriate anime. It is
not appropriate at all.
It's like it's like one of those 2000s Comedy Central shows mixed with a Nickelodeon cartoon mixed with anime. It's a wacky combination, but it works.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Glad that they managed to bring the show back. And it's from Trigger, so that lets you know how dead Gainax really is.
Maybe got some old Gainax people working there now.
Oh no, they absolutely do. That's what happened to Gainax. It split up into like 3 different studios: Trigger, Kara, and Gaina. They took the X off Gainax and was just like, hey, there you go.
we Gainax without the X.
And then the only thing, just to make it an even 15, let's check out Onmyo Kaiten Reverse.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
It's about a delinquent who gets sent to an alternate universe.
Delinquent Isekai.
Oh, David. Okay.
That was another reason. It's an original anime by David Production, and I'm like, I fuck with y'all. So
it's an anime original. Okay.
All right.
My philosophy with original anime is like, hey, you ain't got no previous source material, so you can only fuck it up if you want to fuck it up yourself.
That's it.
Exactly.
Sound like Ichigo.
I don't know if it working like that. What in the world?
Oh man.
Should turn into
Kaiju number 10.
He turned into a Soul Taker.
No man, that's a throwback. Bro. I love Soul Taker.
Goodness gracious.
Guy with the Bao Boost and Ronin.
Like that one too. Deep cut.
What's
but
the armor and the samurai sword? I forgot what his name was.
Was the anime like from an anime or like from one of those?
It was from anime. It was
Oh.
from anime. I can't remember his name.
Shit, you got me. But yeah, I think that's a solid 15. And of course, there are other anime that we didn't get into. I am curious
Sakamoto
about
Days.
a couple of animes. Sakamoto Days, of course.
I know my Dress Up
one to
Darling
check out.
season 2. Like so many people are looking forward to that.
Oh
so
yeah,
that's a huge
people are
one.
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Dr.
I'm
Stone
looking
is
kind of forward to Hotel Inhumans. I'm looking forward to that a little bit.
If your masochist rent a girlfriend is back.
I was sure to bring that up. The manga apparently had
I thought you was going to
L
troll
ending.
us with that for Anime 15. I was like, don't do it, please.
And then the last one I'll bring up before we wrap up is New Saga. If you don't know anything about New Saga, go check it out. Check it out when it drops on July 2nd. It's about a guy that defeats the Demon King and he thinks he's done good, but it's like it cost them everything. And so just after he defeats them, he gets sent back to the past before everything bad happened. And he's like, all right, well, now I got a better chance to get this right the next time.
Mm-hmm.
But without giving anything away, there's a lot more to it than, New Game Plus. A lot more to it. So give it a shot if you're interested. Maybe look at the trailer, dive into it. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap this week up. Let us know what anime you're looking forward to in the comments. If you're new to us and like this episode, I need you to hit the like button. I need you to subscribe, tell your friends about us, and do me a personal favor. Have an excellent week. Peace.